All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another presentation of Sime channel. It is November, and when November comes around, there's one event that is the most talked about event in South Florida. That happens to be the Cornwall College Dinner Dance weekend. One entire weekend of fun and enjoyment put on by one of the oldest high schools in Jamaica, Cornwall College, one of the most prominent alumni associations anywhere in the world. This year, we are very, very fortunate to have as the main performer one of Jamaica's most iconic singers and performers. Anywhere he goes, the crowd loves him. And Cornwall College is blessed because that is where he did his high school. I want you to give a very, very, and do clap, round of applause as we bring in the iconic A.J. Brown. AJ, nice to have you, sir. Nice to have you, sir. Nice to have you. How are you doing, my friend?
I am good. How you doing, Patrick?
I'm doing amazing.
It's
Listen,
been years. It's been years. It's been years. I've seen you since our hair was dark and black.
and now it's gone and it's getting all great.
Uh,
Listen, you have been a blessing to Jamaica and to Cornwall College, and we really appreciate you and
give
thank you
thanks.
so
Give
much
thanks.
for being a part of us.
Give thanks. Give
Listen, I'm gonna play you a clip and you explain what this is for us because this must be one of your most memorable performance or in terms of a song. Let me play the clip for you.
thanks.
AJ, let me ask you this.
Well,
That song, every time I hear it, it moves me. Tell us about it. How did you come to start singing it as you move along your journey?
wow. Uh, how how long do we have? Because this is
I know, I know.
well. I started singing that song when I heard it. I think it was in the 80s when three iconic musicians and Jamaicans passed on in really quick succession.
Yes.
I'm talking about our beloved Governor General Florizel Glasspool at the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a past third world and chalice member, Michael. Plays keyboard, so I can never remember his
Mm-hmm.
last. But and then Frankie Bonito. Frankie Bonito used to play a very well known pianist in Kingston, in the jazz genre,
Mm-hmm.
and they all passed, transitioned within a week of each other. And at the time, I was putting on my AJ Brown Fashion Follies
Mm-hmm.
in Kingston,
Yes.
and I had learned the song. I wanted to do that song for them, and that's what I did. And when I was done with that tune, every there was not dry eye in the audience, and the accompanying musicians who were behind me, and it was a very moving performance, and just a time. It's just it's just a time it really I really tapped into the emotions, and that was the beginning of how I started to do that tune, and I've been doing it for years and years, and it's just the same effect. You're right. It's the same effect. There's something about that tune, and the history of that tune is very interesting to
Tell us about it.
because most people don't know that that tune originally penned and sung by Donna Summer in disco.
Hmm.
but it
Wow.
was, but it was reinterpreted by Andrea Bocelli,
Hmm.
classical, and they slowed it down and gave it the classical feel. But if you check um I'll be I think it's therefore I'll be there with you, or I'm not
Hmm.
I'm not particularly sure of the title that Donna Summer um uh titled the song, but check it out. You do some research. You will.
I definitely will. No, the song has some Italian inside there, correct?
Yes. As I said, it was reinterpreted by Andrea
Andrea
Bocelli.
Bocelli.
He's
Yes.
Italian, the blind classical singer, and he sang it with Sarah Brightman, and it was a duet, and so they reinterpreted the lyrical content that
Hmm.
way, and I mean the melody the same. It's
Right,
just
right, right.
down, but it has what that song has also done was help to broaden the 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 musical spectrum that third world um is part of,
Exactly.
in the sense that audience will look at the band when they hear that song. They look at us in a different light.
That's exactly the case that happens because the first time I heard it and
Mhm,
I mentioned third world, I'm
mhm,
saying third
mhm.
world. I mean, this kind of song. Was it hard to learn the Italian that came with it for you?
Yes, it was hard for me because I don't speak Italian.
Yes.
But what I did was I did research, and I got the proper pronunciation from
Hmm.
Italian Italians
Right.
who listened to it and said, this is how you pronounce that. This is make that silent, and give that a little bit more pronunciation,
Yeah.
or more emphasis.
Hmm.
So after a while, I grew confident and comfortable in expressing the tune, and it has done so well in terms of reaction, and that it's part of the third world choice.
Yep.
You
My
know.
friend, you have done more than justice to this song. I mean, when
Yeah.
I attend that third world concert, I go there to hear you sing that song, and that is how much it means. Let's move on a little bit. So there's
Yeah.
no doubt, based on your shirt and probably the background that you attended the best high school in Jamaica. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Which year did you attend Cornwall College?
um it was 69 to 75, I think.
69 to
69 to
75.
75. Mm.
Okay. And do you remember the grades that you were in coming up?
Started in A1, and then oh no, 1A, and then we when I matriculated, it went to started, go in the
Yes.
B stream. So it
Yeah.
was 2B, 3B,
Mm-hmm.
4B, 5B,
Going up.
right.
Going up.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Who
Yeah.
were some of the good friends that you remember that were in your time that you were moving around and moving with your time at Cornwall College?
Wow. I can remember when I started Cornwall, John Shocks Graham,
Mm-hmm.
um, Leighton Fire McKnight,
Mm-hmm.
guys like Colin Frankson, um, Oh my gosh. I don't even want to start calling names because I'm gonna miss out name. I say, Bridget, you remember
Yes,
my name and I'm in it.
that's exactly the case. All right. So, what were some of the fun things that you did while you were at school? Because listen, we know that we go to school during lunchtime after we eat the lunch, man. You know, we're gonna play some six aside or three aside over pub.
Yeah.
Or tell me
Well,
some of the fun things that you did while you were there.
well, you don't know under the hockey tree,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then we used to do we used to find other places to have fun there in the afternoon. We used to do we used to have the six aside or performance over the far field,
Yep.
towards Albion there.
Yep.
And I even broke my left hand, playing football over there.
Really?
Yes, I. Yeah. But yeah, and then there were the different groups,
Houses? Yeah. Yeah.
groups that you could be part of, and
Yeah.
I was a part of a few of them,
Mm-hmm.
and well, you don't know, Mount Alverna is really close to us, so
Yes, definitely.
part of our things to do was to girl watch.
Yes. 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 Yes.
That's part of the whole thing, being a college that was just male
Right.
oriented. But in my time, it was great being able to help put a band together, and when in our time, in my time, we used to associate ourselves with a sound system called Soul to Soul.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and whenever the band played, and band members was me, Steve Petgrave, Pepe used to play harmonica.
Pepe used to be in the band.
Yes, sir. Pepe used to play harmonica. Um, Horace Brown, virgin from Mount Salem.
You mean Horace Brown, who used to work for Radio S?
Yes, sir. He used
Wow.
to, he accommodated us in his house. There was a small space in
Mm-hmm.
the you know that we used to use for rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
And when we had any performances, he was always there,
Wow.
with his father's truck,
Mm-hmm.
F-150 for take us around. Big up to Harris and him family.
Yep.
And there's Brian Carr, used to play drums.
Mm-hmm.
He's Florida now, accountant.
Let me ask you this though. So you started singing and performing while you were in high school then.
Oh yes,
How did
that's
it
where.
start?
Well, my uncle, my mother's brother is Lloyd Campbell. Lloyd
Mm-hmm.
Campbell was part of the duet called Blues Busters.
Mm.
It was Lloyd Campbell and Philip James. So I always saw myself as an entertainer from a young age. Just watching my uncle. Um, in his professional life. And I said to myself, when I was in my, I was a wee, you know young boy, like
Mm.
about 5, 6.
Mm.
And when he used to come and visit my his sister, my mother,
Yes.
um I used to emulate him. He became a father figure to me, even though I had a father. But
Yes.
but 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 he I said to myself that's what I want to be from them
Wonderful.
time.
So
So
you had your eyes set on this from a very early age, and
mhm.
you have been honing and perfecting your skills throughout the years. So how long have you been doing this then, in terms of years?
Professionally, I would say while I was even at Cornwall in the late 70s, 75, 74, 75. The band started doing professional gigs outside, and after school we would load up the truck and go perform, you know, in the different hotels.
Oh,
So I would say I was getting paid to perform from about 1975, 76.
you were one of the most sought after cabaret performer in Jamaica on the hotel scene.
Mm.
Because I mean, every
Yes,
hotel
yes,
you
you
go
are
to,
right.
you
You
used
are
to hear AJ Brown is going to be the performer. What was
right.
that gig like for you during those years?
I was
Yes.
I was invited by Neddy Smith, Lester
Hmm.
Smith, who did a couple of performances with the young band, the Cornwall College band at the time.
Hmm.
We call ourselves Gemini. We I did we did performances with Neddy, and then Neddy got a job at Banana Boat Club, and he invited me to be part of the band there. So I ended up doing 9 months at the Banana Boat Club, and that helped to create my professional start.
Right.
And when I left Banana Boat Club, I ended up joining Stammer and the Clubbites for 2 years,
Hmm.
and it was continued honing in on the talents and the the whole thing grew as I got older, and when I when I left Stammer and the Clubbites to attend um, cultural training complex, which is now Edna Manley
Hmm.
College for the Visual and Performing Arts.
Yes.
Um, I by that time I had decided that I did not want to just be a band vocalist,
Right.
because I knew I was still on the journey of following in my uncle's footsteps,
Hmm.
and even though I was following my father's footsteps as well, because he used to travel and perform in and around Jamaica.
Hmm.
He eventually became a member of the band Light of Saba, I think,
Hmm.
and so I was on the journey, following my father and my uncle, and when the whole all inclusive phenomenon
Yes.
came to the Jamaican shores, uh, that was that was kind of when the hotel started looking for a new kind of entertainment, and fresh performers, and
Hmm.
um, and I became somewhat the face of the all inclusive
Yes.
um, uh, product,
Yes.
because of just what they were trying to portray.
Right. Right.
And don't get me wrong, I put in time and make sure that my performance was of a certain standard and quality. So there was no denying the fact that you know the hotels would be sorting after me because of what I had I was able to accomplish whenever I perform in the
Yeah.
hotels.
Yes.
So I mean, the rest is history, pretty much.
All right. So you are the headliner at the Cornwall College Dinner Dance.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean to be performing for your school and in front of probably some of your schoolmates? What does that mean for you?
Well, it's always a treat, always a
Mhm.
pleasure, always an honor, and I'm looking forward to it. I remember performing for the Florida chapter years and years ago
Yes.
when I came to Florida to start my stint with Third World.
Yes.
And it was a great experience, great vibe, and I endorse and support what they're doing for
Mhm.
the college, and so my contribution is something that I enjoy doing, and there will be value added products that I will have on sale,
Mhm.
and part proceeds will go towards the school.
Yes.
It's for me, it's gonna be a pleasure.
Give us an idea then, because you mentioned some of the things that you're going to have.
Mhm.
What can you tell us about that? Do you have anything you can show us right now?
Well, I have this is I almost wore this a while ago.
Mm.
I almost wore this, but because of the whole Cornell College thing, you don't know, we have
Yes.
to represent.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
But this is my apparel,
Yep.
um, the AJ Brown apparel
Hmm.
merchandise. So there's T-shirts on sale. There's value-added products like trinket boxes with my artwork on it.
Hmm.
There are G clays that of my artwork that hopefully I'll be able to have for
Hmm.
folks to invest in a couple of pieces for upcoming Christmas. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes. Yes.
Gifts.
Well, here's what we'll do. We're going to do everything that is necessary and possible to make sure that whatever you have, that
Mhm.
everybody leaves there with at least one thing that you have.
Mm,
Um, So,
mm.
as one of the iconic singers in Jamaica, then what kind of performance can we look forward to this next week?
Well, I just released a new solo album called Shots of Love.
Mm-hmm.
It's on my website, www.ajbootsbrown.com.
Mm-hmm.
When you go on my website, you'll see everything. I mean, information, stuff that I'm doing, um, podcasts, um, links to different interviews, and merchandise, and
Yeah,
so you'll be able to see, pieces of works, images that I've produced so far. You can people can shop there, and my new album Shots of Love is the website is the only place that you'll be able to get an autograph copy
oh,
of
that's
my new album.
wonderful.
And it's 16 original tracks and all new lyrical content, and it's from my repository of original music. So people who visit the website will have fun shopping there.
That should be a very, very tasty treat for anybody who's looking to get some exclusive either songs or merchandise from AJ Brown. You mentioned about artwork. Do you paint?
Yes, actually, I got my Bachelor of Arts in Art at UNLV, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, when I when I spent 7 years at the Mirage Hotel. Um, so, but I started learning art when I was at Cornwall College with my my teacher was Mr. McLeod at the time.
I remember Mr. McLeod.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So that's where I learned um, art, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been pretty much working, as you can see with
That looks
you know,
amazing. Wow.
those are those two pieces on the wall. I mean, I can move around. You can see some.
Move around. Let's move around and see some of the things. Let's move around.
Really want to move around.
Yeah, man.
Okay, well, there's my here's my wall of fame,
Wow.
and then there's a couple more pieces on the walls
Mm-mm.
that I did for my graduation pieces, and
Mm-hmm.
so pretty much there's my house coming like a museum, like a gallery.
I can imagine. I can
Yeah.
imagine. So, do you exhibit at different places, or
Actually,
people order and you?
funny you should ask about that. I'm in the process now of putting together an exhibition for Art Basel,
Mm,
and it's gonna be at the African Heritage Cultural Arts Center in Miami.
in Miami, yes,
Right.
yes. Okay.
But it's gonna be sometime in late November, early December, and
Okay.
I'll be sharing exhibition space with two other artists, and that's the most current
Mhm.
exhibition that I'll be doing. I did a couple of exhibitions earlier on this year. I have an art brand called Paint Sip and Song, where it's an event
Mhm.
driven um, um, performance or
Mhm.
presentation, and it's a mixture of me teaching art, doing art at the same time, and performing.
Oh man, that's a treat. That's definitely a treat there. See,
Yeah.
they're getting art, they're painting, and they're
Yeah.
getting you singing.
Yes.
It's, all
Mhm.
right. Listen, we're gonna wrap up in a little bit, but
Yeah.
why should Jamaicans, and in particular Cornwallians, come to the dinner dance weekend of events that's going to be happening for Cornwall College?
Well, because I'll be there.
Okay.
Well, because I'll be there not only to share my talent, but
Mm-hmm.
also to help contribute to ongoing projects that the alumni associations,
Mm-hmm.
different chapters, have been have been contributing to every year. I I remember doing other performances in other chapters, especially in Canada, and uh, hundreds of thousands of dollars have been
Raised.
been raised over the years, and I have an ongoing relationship with the alumni associations
Yes.
of America.
Mm-hmm.
Where I do different performances for different alumni associations. So I just did one for KC last week with Third World, and I did something for Dean Till, and it's just
You're the go-to man when it comes on to entertainment in this era for the alumni associations.
yeah.
Okay, here's what we're going to do then, AJ.
Yes,
So
I.
the timeless song, the time to say goodbye, right?
Yeah.
We want you to give us a few seconds of that to end this segment. So just give us a
Okay.
little bit of taste so people can say, well, boy, listen to me. I have to be there to see AJ if it is even for this one song. Give me a couple of seconds of it.
So what? You want the intro or the chorus?
Give me the chorus.
All
Give me the chorus and go and give me the thing, man.
right. Here it goes. So it goes.
Yeah.
Con te partirò, paesi che non ho mai noto vissuto con te. I get no more now.
So if they want to hear the rest of this, they have to come and see you on November 2nd, which is the
Yes, sir.
Saturday, where
Yes.
they can get this and a full lineup of your songs. Plus, you're going to be having some AJ merchandise,
Yes,
some
sir.
of your artwork that they can see, take home, and place in their homes to make it look even more beautiful. AJ, listen, it has been my pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that everybody can see this so they can, get ready to come and see you. Okay?
Give thanks.
Appreciate you, my friend.
All right.
Bye bye.
Yes.
Talent show continues. The talent show continues. How you feeling? The talent show continues.
Mostra tutto il mio cuore che hai acceso puri dentro me la luce che hai incontrato per strada. Time to say goodbye. Paesi che non ho mai noto e vissuto con te. Adesso si deve con te. Partirò. Suonati per mari che io non so. Non esistono più. Con te io libero. Quando sei lontana sogno l'orizzonte, manca le parole. Io non seguo su che sei con me, con me. Tu mia luna, tu sei qui con me. Io sole, tu sei qui con me.